What's going on, everybody? Mr. Thain here, coming to you from my hot as death front porch of my house. UPS guy interrupting my video. Anyways, welcome to the first episode of Real Talk. There's gonna be some graphic thingies. Real Talk Tuesday is when we talk about a real educational issue in education, in teaching today. It may be a hotly debated topic. I want to start a good conversation. Last week, I asked for your opinions on summer vacations. Is it good or bad for teachers and kids in the long run? And here's what you said. First comment comes from John, who says, summer vacation is needed by both teachers and students. I would love to elaborate more, but too tired now. I get out on the 20th. Well said, John. He's very tired, so he didn't even have enough energy to elaborate. Yeah, teaching it's tiring. Next comment from Michelle Martinez. Summer vacay, necessary for teachers, great for kids if other talents are developed during that time. Good point. If the students are using the time to develop other skills, talents, and abilities and enrich their lives, yes. Next comment comes from Kelly from Arizona, living in London. She says, summer vacation is definitely needed by both teachers and students. Teachers need to refresh, take a step back, and rest their minds from the millions of decisions made daily. Students can explore a variety of activities and or have family trips. However, I've worked in deprived areas and do worry about students that sit around all summer, sometimes without any supervision, let alone quality activities. So that's a big one for me too, is yes, if the kids are doing enrichment activities and doing worthwhile things with their summer camp, sports camps, etc., going to the library, but if they're just sitting around, what's really going on there? Next comment comes from Van Kindergarten. Short version, I think summer vacay is beneficial to help provide a bridge between grade levels and really promote the importance of moving up to the next stage of a student's own walk in education. However, my own son, who's a freak of nature, starts asking for work to do the first day of summer break. He needs the structure, and he has a hunger for learning. Now, not all kids are like that. So, well said. Her son is hungry for knowledge and wants to do more, and he uses the time to enrich his learning. Not all kids want to do that. She said, for me, the summer is very much appreciated. I use the time to perfect skills, wipe clean anything that didn't work the previous year, and breathe, and get reacquainted with family. Well said. Thank you, Van Kindergarten. Next comment comes from Allison. She says, I think it's good and bad. It's good because you and the children have time to relax and recoup, but bad because the kids will lose some of the information during the summer. Excellent point. I work in a Title I school in a low-income area, and yes, every single year, kids, we get them up to a certain point, and then over summer, when we get them back the next year, it's almost like they go one step forward, two steps back. They lose a lot over the summer if they're not spending the time appropriately. This next comment got another comment on it, so we're starting a little bit of dialogue. So here we go. This next comment comes from the Mr. SCJ, and he said, as a teacher, I love my summer break to relax and reflect and revamp my lessons, but I feel there are greater benefits to the student when there isn't such a long break from the learning. Perhaps shorter breaks throughout the year would prevent that beginning of the year struggle both students and teachers have with the aftermath of brain dumping. And then someone had commented on that comment, providing their own commentary, saying, I work in a balanced calendar and strongly dislike it. We start in August, get a 2-week break in October, December, and March. Problem that I experience is kids start too young. Imagine a 4-year-old in kindergarten with a November birthday, and we have to reprogram the kids at the return of each 2-week break. In my opinion, it's not beneficial. So there you have it. There is an actual opinion from somebody who does a balanced calendar. That's something that I've always wondered about, is what would happen if we didn't have summer break, rather we had shorter breaks throughout, and this person says, no, I do not like it. It doesn't work for them. Now that I've read some comments from viewers, I'm gonna give my perspective on the thing. Now, when I first started, I did teach in more of I did have somewhat of a balanced calendar where we did have a 1-week fall break and we didn't have such a long summer. So the person that commented about having a balanced schedule now and how they didn't like it, I feel like there's some middle ground where maybe summer's not 3 full months. Maybe it's a little bit shortened and we get a few more breaks throughout the school year. There are months here in the States, at least in my school calendar, where we have no breaks for the whole month, besides weekends, obviously. My kind of personal opinion is, yes, if kids are getting sports and family time and some sort of academic learning over the summer, it's hugely beneficial. But if they're not doing anything at all productive in every single year, especially in our high need schools, in our low income areas, if they're taking steps back over the summer, then is it really benefiting them? On the flip side, as a teacher who did work, I worked on the south side of Chicago in a very high poverty area, and we needed the summer break to recoup, to rejuvenate. However, so I feel like there has to be some sort of compromise, some sort of balance in between. I will tell you, by the end of summer, by the end of July, beginning of August, I'm usually itching pretty bad to go back to school. So I do kind of think maybe we could shorten up summer break here a little bit in the States. I feel like maybe it would benefit the students. I don't know. I think 2 months would be plenty for me personally. I don't think I need to have 3 months off. Then we could sprinkle some of those days, maybe the third month, maybe sprinkle them out throughout the school year with some 3-day weekends. I don't know. I think that might be a bit of a compromise. That might be a way to benefit the kids a little bit more. Moving on to next week's topic. Here's what I want you to start really thinking about your opinion on. Next week's topic it's a big one. I think this one might spark a bit more debate. Are we preparing our students today for success in the future? With the Common Core, with our state standards, with all of our testing, with the things that we're teaching right now in 2017, are we preparing our students to be successful moving forward in 10, 15, 20 years with the world changing all around us with social media, technology? Are we doing the best we can to prepare our students for the future? If you want to comment down below on this issue, comment down below for next Tuesday and I'll read these comments then. Or you can send me a 1 to 2 minute video clip of yourself giving me your opinion on that topic, and I'll conclude the video clip in next week's video on Tuesday for Real Talk Tuesday. Thain out.